Hey everybody, this is Damon. Welcome to the Frantic Nomad channel. Today we're going to take a ride and talk about 1 year of being a new rider. New older rider, I should say. So, talk a little bit about that, what I've learned, and yeah, let's go. So today I'm starting off at a park in the neighborhood. I come here sometimes and go over in that field and fly my drone, and looks like some guys are playing disc golf right now. We have a nice little course that runs down the river here and out into the field. So yeah, I thought I'd take you all on a little ride today and talk about 1 year of being a new rider. Some things I've learned along the way. So yeah, so to talk about my experience, I have a little bit in previous videos, but just to give you a recap, I took the beginner rider course last year, 2023, I think in July, if I remember correctly. It might have been in August. I honestly forget the dates now. Could have been early August. And then by the time I got my endorsement on my license, I looked it up today, and I am a new rider until September 13th, which is 2 days from now. And once you get to that level in Ohio, at least, you don't have to wear a helmet when you ride, which I'm always going to wear a helmet, so no big deal to me, but that kind of marks that milestone, I think. So yeah, being a new rider. So I've always wanted, as I've mentioned, to ride two wheels. I did a little bit when I was a kid. Never had that bug like my brother did, but yeah, kind of something like as you start to get older, I realize, you know what, I'm not going to let fear kind of dictate my life anymore, and there's no point in that. Not that I did before, but you know, there are some things that you think about and people tell you all the time. It's like, oh, that's not safe. You should never do that. And if you're listening to this and you're planning to start riding, it's, you know, in your 50s or your 40s or whatever, I say go for it. The only thing I will say is that, you know, not only take the advice of don't worry about the fear, but make sure that you have it in yourself to you know, I'm not saying don't have fear. I'm just saying don't let it rule your decision, and you do have to kind of push that down in your gut if it's bubbling up. Just make yourself get out on the roads. I know I've had people contact me quite a few times about, you know, how do you get used to riding in public, and how do you, I'm scared to, or whatever. And the only thing I can tell you is just ease into it. I mean, start with your neighborhood, or start with some off-hour riding. And then kind of build up to it, and just get, the more you know, do it, the less fear I think you're going to have. If you have a whole bunch of fear you think you can never get rid of, or anxiety, then this might not be the thing for you to do. I'll be honest. But I say give it a go, and you know, if you're not sure about it, maybe borrow someone's scooter or motorcycle or whatever and give it a try. Or even just take a course. I mean, here in Ohio, I know different states are different. It was like $50. It's a 2-day course. They let you borrow one of their bikes. As a matter of fact, they don't even let you use your own bike if you have one already. And just get used to it, and enjoy the process. Yeah, the thing I've enjoyed a lot on this is it's kind of the way I think about riding is like, you know, people think of it as a fearful thing. I think of it as a mind-opening thing, like a what's the word I'm looking for? Freeing. It's kind of freeing. It's anything that's like kind of on your mind and you're worried about, and you can kind of throw that out the window for a little while you're on the bike. Because a decent amount of concentration has to come into your riding, and so those thoughts kind of just get pushed away in a sense. Second, I love the free air, the freedom and the air, like fresh air going through your jacket and your helmet. And I don't know, I'm not like built for speed or anything like that. I have had the scooter up to about 72 according to the diagnostics or the menu on here, the record of it, but I might typically ride around 60 to 65 on the highways. So, but I think I know it sounds weird, not that my balance was bad at all, but as you get older, you start to see that kind of deteriorate unless you do things that kind of challenge that. And so it's been good to get on the bike as far as a balance standpoint goes. It's very smooth. You get used to being able to throw this thing around quite a bit. It's very bottom heavy, very balanced. As I've mentioned before, I kind of equate it to riding in a boat where you kind of just sway around on it. The GTS 300 is pretty approachable. It's I think a 31.3 or 31.1 inch seat height. I can pretty much flat foot, even though I think technically I thought my inseam was around 30, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's pretty easy and manageable by that standpoint. It's easy to get around the garage and move it around, at least for me. I'm about 5'10", 5'11", 240 or so. And yeah, it's been fun. So balance. I learned it about biking in general, just, you know, kind of getting into that world and researching scooters and finding out about, you know, who makes what and what kind I would like to get back in the day. I always had my mindset on a Vespa. And I looked at a couple others, but I never really test rode any of them. They just didn't have the look for me. I was kind of looking for this kind of classic style. And but yeah, that was fun to kind of get into that and do the research. And to be honest with you, I had this kind of expectation that scooters cost like 20 grand. I don't know why. I was thinking if cars cost 35 these days, then scooters got to be, you know, approaching that. Not quite there, but I was surprised that like you could get a decent scooter for 5 grand or 4 grand sometimes. The other thing, the biggest thing too, probably I've learned is just, you know, if you want to do something, go for it. Make a goal, work towards it, and make it happen. You know, save up your money, if you have to, take a class. You know, if you want to get out there and scooter, then do it. I think my wife thought I was a little crazy. She's like, never probably thought I would ever do scootering or two-wheel riding for that matter. So I think she was kind of surprised. She's like, "You go, boy." So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I think that's the most important thing. Do stuff that's fun. You know, you only live once. You know, do stuff within reason, but you know, if you have the goal and you want to do it, get out there and you know, make it happen. Also, a big important thing, I think, especially in the United States, because it's not that big a deal in Europe and other countries that, you know, where everyone or a lot of people ride scooters. I think there's still a stigma attached to it in some way here in the United States. So, you know, people think, oh, scooters, why don't you get a real bike, you know, get a motorcycle, blah, blah. And I would be like, you know what? Get what makes you happy. There's nothing wrong with scooters. And I've always been one of those people that, you know what, I excuse my language, but I couldn't give two fucks what people think about me or what I do or that kind of thing. I don't care about it. You don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. I don't mind. I do. I'm going to have fun doing it. And you know what? It's just, I've always been that way. I can remember in high school, I've always been a big metal music kind of guy. So Metallica, Godsmack, those kind of bands. Big Death Angel fan back in high school. I still listen to some of their stuff today. And they're still making music as far as I know. But I used to be pretty artistic and draw a lot in high school, and would draw bands on the back of my jean jacket back when I wore jean jackets. And but I was a sports kid, so I played baseball and basketball, and teachers and other people didn't know how to take me. It's like, because you know, you have the cliques in high school, right? You have the hoods, and you have the, if you're not familiar with that term, it's like the smokers and the rough looking kids. And then you had the jocks, of course, the sports people, and the nerds, you know, the brainy people, or whatever it was. And I just, I kind of shadowed two cliques, I guess they thought. But I wasn't a smoker. I never smoked, or drugs or any of that stuff I stayed away from. But everyone didn't know how to take my jean jacket, metal bands on the back of it, plus I played sports. It was kind of a weird dichotomy. Anyway. But I didn't care. I could care less. I had, you know, who cares? Life's too short and all that stuff to worry about what people think that much, that it's going to influence your decision process on doing something that you love. So just keep that in mind. For the most part, I mean, I wave at most motorcycle people, most riders, and most of the time they wave back. If you don't, that's fine. I don't care. I'm going to be nice just because that's who I am. But so anyway, yeah, what else have I learned in my year of riding? No fear. Don't care what people think. Make a goal. Get you a scooter if you want. I love the freeing nature of it. I guess one of the things I would say maybe I don't like about scootering, I would say it's not something I would say that I don't like, but it's I'll flip it into a positive. So it's made me want to get a motorcycle. And from the standpoint of, I just want to ride farther, maybe a little faster on the interstate here and there, maybe take longer trips. Not that, you know, people haven't done cross-country trips in the scooter cannonball on a scooter. It just, I don't know, I don't know, it's something I would want to do on a scooter necessarily. You know, I would definitely take day trips, like long day trips or something, but multi-day trips, like Bug, if you've watched Bug Moto, his channel, he's doing a scooter ride across the United States, which is something like he's living my life, I feel like, sometimes. I just need to go out and do it, but yeah, it's just something that it kind of. So I wouldn't say I don't like the bike from the standpoint that I wouldn't take it long distances, but I like it for its purpose, and it would still be fun doing that. But it's definitely given me that bug to you know, go a little further. I guess not just the bug, but the confidence. Like, as I've ridden the scooter, not that I think it's slow by any means. It's got plenty of pickup. But kind of just ready for that bigger challenge, you know, shifting gears and all that stuff. But like I said before, I don't plan to get rid of this scooter at all. I think it's perfect for this in-town kind of stuff. As a matter of fact, part of this ride, I'm gonna head to the grocery store and get some food for tonight's dinner, and it's absolutely perfect for that. In my opinion, probably more perfect than a motorcycle, just from the storage standpoint. Because technically, if I didn't have a bunch of crap under my seat, I could just put my groceries under there. Even though it gets warm in there, it'd probably be fine for a quick little jaunt to the house from the grocery. It'd be perfect for hot stuff. So anyway, yeah, if you want to know, you know, if you were coming here thinking I was going to talk about the bike, and after a year of ownership, I kind of did that at the 2,000 mile mark. One of my videos, just check out that one. I may point to it up above here, just so you can link to it. But all those things still stand true. Those comments. I've had no issues with the bike in general. So just got to keep on the tire pressure. You got to keep monitoring that, because when it does get cool out, which it's been down in the 40s here in Ohio lately, I do lose some tire pressure. Had to pump up the back tire about 2.5 pounds before I went on this ride, and about 1.5 pounds on the front. But yeah, so if you're interested in what I think about the scooter in general, check that video out. So I think I'll probably leave you for now. But if you're looking to get into scootering, I would highly recommend it. If it's a dream of yours to do, just kind of figure out a way to do it. So yeah, I hope you all have a great day, and I think I'm gonna whip around here, go back out to Meijer, and go to the grocery store. So y'all take care, and I'll see you soon on the next one.